Hi, this is Neil Lasher. I've been a mentor with the eLN and at a university technology college for a number of years. In that time, what always catches me by surprise is how once you meet a mentee, how there is a blurred line between coach and mentor. I love to be a mentor rather than take the role of a coach, as mentoring is all about development driven rather than performance driven. I prefer the mentor-mentee relationship as the agenda is set by the mentee for me to support them through what they need to learn. What I find in the conversations is that I come away learning just as much as them, as the outcomes often shift even during a session. One tip: if you're to become a mentor, ensure you email between sessions to set the agenda for the next meeting, and leave the mentee with a small task so they can prove to themselves that they have the ability to do it on their own. Whichever way you do it, have fun.
Hi, my name is Arish Mazanane and I'm an instructional designer. I've been involved in the eLN mentoring for a few years now, mainly as a mentee, but more recently as a mentor. The main benefit as a mentee that I think you get from the mentoring is the opportunity to connect and benefit from another L&D professional's experience in the industry, which is offers a huge amount of value. And as a mentor, again, it's an opportunity to give back to the industry and just help another individual. And my main tip for making it work, particularly as a mentee, really is to just be proactive and make sure that you are scheduling regular catch-ups with your mentor.
The fact is that when we start out in this industry, it can be quite bewildering with the amount of options, the amount of software, and also the amount of buzzwords that we have, especially in this early time of the year. So actually being able to have a mentor who can guide you, who can give you their experience firsthand, and also give you that one-to-one support. And for me, that's one of the great things about the eLN mentoring scheme. Actually having been a mentor on the mentoring scheme, it was a really great experience for me to meet a whole bunch of people that I previously wouldn't have been able to, and being able to give them my advice, my thoughts, also give them experience with areas that they're currently experiencing.
Hi, I'm David Price and I'm one of the directors at the eLN, in addition to being a well-seasoned instructional designer. I've been mentoring for the eLN for about a year now, and I've had the opportunity to mentor some great people. So the main thing for me about being a mentor is that I like to be able to help people and develop their skills, and that's one of the main reasons why I got into training in the first place. It's also helped me to see some different sides of the industry that I may not have been exposed to myself in the past. So what have I learned about myself? Well, I think I like to talk, but sometimes I talk too much when I get onto a subject I enjoy, which in my case is anything to do with digital learning, digital design, and things like that. And what would be my tip? I suppose it's I find it's important for a mentee to set their goals at the beginning of their mentoring session. I find it gives more structure to the sessions, and it helps define goals that the mentee can work towards, and hopefully come away with some new skills or some new insights.
I've been a mentor for the e-learning network now for over 3 years, and in that time I've mentored quite a few different people. I find it very enjoyable and rewarding, and it's taught me that I'm quite a reflective person anyway, and I'm keen to encourage that reflection on your practice in other people. I've learned, I think, for the industry it's really important that we set an example in terms of our personal development while we're working with people in the industry. So mentoring helps with that. I must admit I do take a kind of blended coaching and mentoring approach, whereby I like to ask lots of questions, and I feel that helps the mentee to reflect on what they want to get out of the session. And I think it's vital. My top tip would be to make sure that you and the mentee agree what you want to get out of the sessions before you start. And then you can have a clear objective. You have something to go back on and review at the next meeting. I do think anybody in the network should take this up.